Alright, this is Vegeta8259, and this is the unboxing for the 1:144 scale. High grade Universal Century Sinanju. And we get some very nice box art. I believe this is the same artist that did the box art for Kshatriya. The illustration style is very similar. Anyway, this is pretty big for a high-grade box. It's not quite as big as a master grade box. It's the same face size as a master grade box this way, but just not quite as thick. I think a normal master grade box would be about like this, where Sinanju is down here. Anyway, bottom of the box we get a front and back shot of Sinanju, as well as some Photoshop work of Sinanju fighting the high-grade Unicorn Gundam. Some information on the mobile suit, as well as the original line art. The side of the box is pretty much the same as the front. This is high-grade number 116. And on the top of the box we get a rundown of some of the features and gimmicks of the kit. Including the moving thrusters on the backpack and the legs, all the various weapons that we get with this kit, and apparently the fact that it can be mounted on an action base. And it retails for 2,600 yen. So, let's go ahead and open this up. And on the top we have the A runner. And on top of that, we actually have a very large sheet of foil stickers. Most of them being for the gold trim that's going to be in various places on the kit. We get two small green stickers. One of those is for the mono eye, and the other one is for the scope of the beam rifle. And then all the rest of this is for the gold trim. Let's see, we get several black parts on this A runner, including parts for the knees, the shield, as you can see there. The torso is molded, I wouldn't say one piece, but all the black is just molded in one piece. Get various parts for the skirt armor and the feet. These stickers will get out of the way. We've got a flexible plastic here. I believe it's pretty much like polycap plastic for the gray cables that go around Sinanju's waist. We get white propellant tanks, which unfortunately are molded in two halves, so I'll have to fill in that seam line. Although it is kind of nice that the cap is only on one of those halves, so it'll just slide over there. So that's a pretty nice little engineering tidbit bend I threw in. Plus, lots of the yellow thrusters on this kit are going to be molded in yellow plastic, so that's definitely a good thing. Next up, we have the two runners of clear yellow parts. We get a beam saber blade, a beam axe blade, and a long beam axe blade. And we get two of these runners, so we have all the beams for all of the beam weapons that Sinanju comes with. Next up is a red runner containing parts for the thrusters, several parts for the legs. There's skirt armor, the arms, shoulders, various things. Here we've got the back skirts, front skirts, the crotch piece, things like that. On the flip side we have a gray runner with various joint parts, including I believe these are parts for the backpack, knees, bottom of the feet, and then just some other elbows and shoulders and things like that. This next runner is pretty much the exact same thing, although it cuts off on the end here, so we don't have the back skirt and front skirt parts because we don't need duplicates of those. And then we get another set of gray parts, which is pretty much the same, but this one has an extra extension with parts for the backpack, and this high-grade Sinanju actually has a tiny inner frame for the head. So I thought that was kind of a nice touch. And the last bag has got a large runner of gray parts, including parts for the beam rifle and the grenade launcher. There are some polycaps back there, but they kind of get lost behind this runner of gray parts. Hip joint, the back of the back skirts are molded in gray, so that's a very nice touch. We get 5 sets of hands, including 2 closed fists, 2 beam saber hands, and 1 trigger finger hand. We get retracted beam axes and extended, so they don't move like on the Master Grade, but instead we just get 2 different versions. This parts for the collar type area, neck, and then just some various other gray bits. On the red stuff over here, we've got red halves for the legs, some more parts for the backpack and the torso, a very large red piece for the shield. Let's see, arms, beam sabers. The head seems to be molded, if I can get it to focus, molded pretty much the same way the Master Grade was, where we got 2 halves here, and then we got this like little dome that goes on the top, and then the face is separate. There's a command antenna down there. And the thrusters for the sides of the legs, the thighs, and I think that's about it. We also get an advertisement in here for the 1/48 scale Sinanju head display. As you can see, they've got a small picture of the high grade mounted on it. And let's see, this comes out in January of 2011 in Gundam Ace magazine. Or actually, it's the January issue. I think it actually comes out in November. Yeah, there we go, November 26th. So, I don't know why they do that. American magazines do the same thing. The monthly issue comes out a month earlier than it's supposed to. Anyway, advertising the various Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Unicorn Gundam OVA, and it's just blank on the back. Now on to the instructions. Move this box out of the way. Pretty much like every other high-grade Universal Century manual, it's black and has a photo of the painted and completed model kit on the front, as well as some stats. It's actually a very long manual, since this is such a large kit. It folds out to several pages, and all this is construction, so I won't bother going over it. The last 2 pages of construction are in color, as is the case with many newer high-grade manuals. And then we get some fancy art and explanation of the completed kit, including some cool poses, some screenshots showing off the weapons and gimmicks. And on the back we get even more photos. It's that larger version of the photo we saw on the side of the box. A explanation of the mobile suit, explanation of the pilot, full frontal, a color guide down here, and I guess a little tip where they tell us that if we take a Q-tip and rub in those foil stickers, they'll look better. I, for one, won't be using them anyway, so that's a non-issue for me. Anyway, that does it for the unboxing of high-grade Sinanju, and now I'll get to work building this guy and get him reviewed. So with that, I will see you guys next time.